Ghost theology versus disapproving churchgoers. Ghost phenomena is usually independent of any conjuring or anyone's faith, gifts, or abilities. Besides, scripture and logic support the notion of ghosts and ongoing consciousness of the spirit. Many assume that human spirits are and will be completely unconscious until Christ's second coming. Yet we sleep because our bodies are tired. Cells constantly die, and our bodies must rejuvenate. Spirits would have no need for such sleep. Again, spirits enliven bodies, bodies don't enliven spirits. And although our bodies sleep, we still dream. Perhaps some spirits move about in a dreamy state. And spirits sleeping in dead bodies or coffins is contrary to Christianity. Also, early Christians already conceded that spirits occasionally wander while their bodies sleep. I'm quoting here, human spirits are not confined to the still hours of sleep. They possess constant motion, travel over land and sea, trade, get excited, labor, and play. From Tertullian's treatise on the soul, chapter 43, 80 to 210. A visible spirit of someone still alive is called a wraith. Many churches today teach that spirits are held in Hadean compartments called Paradise and Tartarus based on terms in Scripture. Yet the terms Hades, Paradise, and Tartarus come from Greek mythology. Hades is not a synonym for the Hebrew Sheol. Sheol was originally considered a shadowy existence of neither punishment nor joy. Perhaps Jesus and Peter chose those terms simply because they were familiar to their listeners, who were familiar with mythology. I take those terms figuratively, signifying a better or worse emotional state after death. In Luke 16's parable of the rich man and Lazarus, the chief text from which arises the theory of Hadean compartments, Jesus illustrated three things: that the righteous will be rewarded and the wicked punished, that we must care about others, especially the disadvantaged, and that one's popularity is unimportant. Teaching about compartments for spirits is irrelevant to Christ's message. Besides, believing that everyone immediately goes to heaven, hell, or Hadean compartments after death contradicts the Christian teaching that humanity will be separated, judged, convicted, sentenced, rewarded, and punished according to how they lived at our world's end. And the notion of attaining a much better state right after death causes major suicide risk among troubled people. Divisive Christian believers insult other believers, insisting that any spirit contact today is Satan's deception. Instead, today's big deception is that there is no afterlife or spirit realm. If demons caused phony spirit contact, even the phony contact would demonstrate that there is an afterlife and spirit realm. The devil would be working against himself. And 0 Bible passages mention demons imitating humans or acquiring human form, while there is definite mention of a departed person, human, manifesting. 1 Samuel 28, 7-20. Many believers consider all spirit manifestations demonic because ghosts among us contradicts their dogma that all spirits of the departed are stuck in Hadean realms, or hell, or heaven, purgatory, or whatever. Yet, by taking these terms as literal places, demons couldn't operate either, since they're said to be held in chains of darkness. 2 Peter 2:4. Per Philippians 1:20-23, it does not teach that the saved go to heaven immediately after death. Paul, saying that to die is gain, referred to gaining the honor and reward of martyrdom. And Paul's death would be great gain by no longer being held by the snares of this world, nor liable to the sins of the flesh, nor the devil's plan to steal his soul, but to confidently wait for Christ's eventual return. The early church taught that the general Christian population does not attain heaven right after death. Tertullian's on the resurrection of the flesh, chapter 43, verses 7-9, 80-110. Cyprian's treatise 7, verses 7-8, 80-150. Others propose a compromise in that ghosts do appear on earth but are actually elsewhere. But this would make God a deceiver in making people think that ghosts reside on earth. Perhaps these doctrines arose because people like to put others in boxes. Newborns are put in plastic boxes in maternity wards. Adults are boxed in cubicles at work. Criminals are locked in concrete boxes. Others are boxed up in mental institutions. The elderly are boxed up in nursing homes. Finally, our body is boxed up and put in the ground. Ghosts surrounding us violates people's comfort level. Antisocial impulses trump the social. Consider Luke 24:36-39. After Christ's death, when he appeared to his disciples, they assumed it was his ghost. He didn't say, "Cut your superstition," or, "No, all spirits are trapped in Hades." Rather, his disciples handled him and he ate something, showing that it was his physical body and reaffirming that departed spirits don't have bodies. So not only did Jesus believe in ghosts, he knew about them. And if all spirits of the saved were either in heaven or paradise when Christ came again, they would be coming back with him at the judgment. But each passage detailing Christ's return explains that he will be accompanied by angels. Human people, they're never mentioned. Though most people who claim spirit contact are non-Christians, such as neo-pagans, their religions are very new. Christianity is relatively old. Our ship has collected barnacles over the years. Many have barnacles in their mind. Consider Hebrews 12:1. We are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. We know this refers to spirits of departed people, not angels, because of its context. It is intimately connected with chapter 11. The word compassed is translated from the Greek word perikame, meaning to lie all around, enclose, encircle, or hang about. Ghost theology is more logical, easier to believe, and is not counter-scientific as is common theology. You need not believe in supernatural housing for spirits. Made of spirit bricks, force fields, ectoplasm, it's causing all kinds of confusion there. And you needn't believe in the current existence of heaven and hell, which have no evidence for their present existence right now. All you must believe is spirits alone. And while popular notions are often convoluted, self-serving, and illogical, ghost theology is simple and pure. Trillions of ghosts of everyone who ever lived likely inhabit Earth. That would be consistent with the popular belief among early church fathers in that all departed spirits are confined to Earth. We could also consider Earth a type of Hades. And while early churchmen believed that the spirits of dead people resided inside Earth, we now know that Earth is mostly solid. So by now there would surely be a superabundant overflow of spirits from Earth's interior that must reside elsewhere. Maybe on its surface, maybe in the oceans could be. And although the vast majority of spirits either cannot or choose not to connect with the living, there are probably several ghosts in the room with you right now. Stay tuned for part 6.